Alright y'all, welcome back to the channel and to another turkey pattern test video here. And once again, I apologize, we're still out here dealing with airplanes and a little bit of a breeze. I'm trying to work around them, but they're not making it easy for me today, and this is the last good day of weather we're going to have around here for a while, so I have to film, even though they are trying to mess with the audio. But for today's test, I decided to bring back out a load and a gun and a choke combination that we haven't seen in a good while on the channel actually. But first up, that load are some of the Winchester Longbeard XR. These are the 12 gauge 3-inch 1050 feet per second 1 7/8 ounce of number 6s, and I do have the chronograph out here today, so we will be able to see if that 1050 feet per second on the box is actually what we're seeing or not. And for the setup we're going to be using, it's been a little bit since we've seen the Mossberg 835 Ulti-Mag, but this time I decided that we have not tested this choke yet. This is the stock turkey full choke that came with the gun. It's only a 710 constriction, but it has really shown some good performance for turkey loads. With this being an overboard to 10 gauge size shotgun barrel here, it definitely seems to work better with these a little bit more open chokes like this. But we've seen some really good results out of this choke so far, and I'm really curious to see what these Longbeard 6s will do through it. I have some good hopes for them, but we'll just have to test them and see what they can do. So as per usual, I've got a turkey target set up right over here downrange. It's going to be a 40-yard shot, and I've got the chronograph set up, so when I take the shot, we'll be able to see the actual velocity of the shot. I'll take you guys down, get you a good view of the target. We'll shoot our shot, we'll take a quick look at our chronograph velocity, and then we'll see how they did down there on the paper. So let's go over here and get set up and shoot them and see what this 710 turkey full choke can do with these Longbeard 6s. Alright, that shell gave us 1185 feet per second across the chronograph. The box said 1050, so we're definitely moving quite a bit faster than what the box called for. Alright y'all, so this is what we got down here on the target. And I definitely think we were just a touch to the right, but he's still absolutely a dead turkey at 40. But as you can see, that stock full choke definitely had a little bit more open pattern than what we're used to seeing out of these Longbeard shells. We do see shot all along this side of the paper as well as down along the bottom here. So that's definitely a little bit more open than what we normally see out of these Longbeard 6s. But from the testing that I've done so far, I think these Longbeard 6s like a little bit on the tighter constriction side. They perform great through just about everything. I mean, you can't argue a whole lot with that. That's still absolutely a dead bird at 40 yards. There's no question there. But I do think the 6s prefer just a little bit tighter choke as compared to, say, the Longbeard 5s. But either way, he's still absolutely dead at 40, and the pattern kind of really speaks for itself, I guess you could say. It'll absolutely do the job for you, but we have definitely seen better out of those Longbeard 6s. And I think we've seen better out of that stock full choke in that gun. I think this just has to do with it being a little bit too open of a constriction for the 6s. But what do y'all think about it? Is that a little bit more on the open side for what you look for, or do you like that pattern being that it gives you a little bit more leeway? Either way, if you had just gotten an 835 and you wanted to go out and take a turkey with it, you could absolutely use the Longbeard loads in that stock turkey full choke that came with the gun. It will absolutely kill a turkey out to 40, but it's definitely a little bit more on the open side compared to some of the other tests that we've run. But either way, it's still got the job done. Okay, and this is our wad setup out of those shells. Just your typical Longbeard XR style wad. Nothing really special about it. It's not torn up or ripped or anything like that. There is a little bit of whatever buffer type waxy material they use on these Longbeards stuck down in there, but no pellets or anything like that. And this time I managed to find this little felt card piece here that sits right on the bottom of the wad just like that in the shell. I've never found one of these before. I guess they just went flying off somewhere. But either way, it's something really interesting to see that these have a little felt buffer material piece that sits under the wad. But either way, nothing too special to see here. Alright y'all, well, what did you think about how that performed? I expected a little bit better than that, but that still doesn't discredit the performance that we did see out of it. But like I said earlier, I think these 6s like a little bit more constriction. But either way, we did still see a turkey killing pattern out of it. There's no question there. But is that a pattern that you would use, or is that a pattern that you would like, or that you actually want to see in your setup, giving you that little bit more leeway and not being quite as tight? I don't know. Let me know how you think it did and if that's something you would use or not. But leave me a comment and let me know what your opinion is about it. I'm kind of neutral on it. It'll absolutely do the job, but it's nothing special, I guess you could say. But either way, on that note, I've got some more testing I want to get done out here today and try to beat some of the weather and some of the heat we got coming in. So I'm going to get back to it. And on that note, I'll see y'all in the next one.